Team in a season is a perfect time to trade, whether you're an experienced trader or you're just a beginner. So many players are focused on opening packs, grinding objectives and SBCs that they forget about trading. This isn't much of a problem because for us traders, it means that we can get a lot of deals. To take advantage of Team in the Season prices, I will share 3 trading methods that I will be using during Team in the Season. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, the best thing that you can do during Team of the Season is bid on players. The majority of the community are opening packs, and once they get anything which isn't a Team of the Season player, they're trying to get as many coins back as possible by listing those players onto the transfer market. When they list them, because they're quickly going through the whole process, they don't bother to check the lowest buy now and list them at a suitable price. Instead, they will just list them at their default price, this being their lowest bid and also their highest buy now. This will be the player's default price range. Because everyone is doing this and no one is really paying attention to the transfer market, once that player that does get listed at the default price range gets down to the last 30 seconds, it's got a very low bid. There will actually be some players that get down to this point, and even though that lowest bid is way below their lowest buy now, still no one bids on them and they end up expiring, only for the person that owns that player needing to relist them again. If you do time it correctly as a trader, you can find loads of these deals, place a bid and win them with ease. You just need to be using the right trading method at the right place at the right time. And these are 3 of the trading methods that I've been using which have had the most success so far. So firstly, I'm using the 1-2-3 method, and we did actually do a video on this the other day. This method seems to have certain points of the year where it is the most effective. It's normally right at the beginning of FIFA 22, once the game has been released. That is where there is the most hype, and you can really use this method to separate the good deals from the bad deals. About a month or 2 after release, it starts to die down and it's not worth using, but does come back again during Team of the Year with the hype of that promo. A few weeks after Team of the Year, yet again this method starts to die down, and then it comes back again once we get to Team of the Season, and is available from this point all the way to the end of FIFA 22. So now is a very good time to take advantage of this method. If you don't know what this method is, you will simply go over to the transfer market, set the minimum bid to be 10,000 coins, the maximum bid to be 20,000 coins, and then the minimum buy now to be 30,000 coins. This will show you a player which has a bid currently between 10 and 20k, but has a higher buy now above 30k. From here, when you do search the transfer market, as long as you set no other parameters, you will have a variety of different cards, being rare gold all the way to a number of different special cards. When I go through this, I tend to just look at the special cards. The gold cards can still make a good amount of profit if you are in the right place at the right time, but I just tend to find I get outbidded a lot more with the gold rares compared to me going for any of the other special cards within the game. Just go across each player until you find one with a bid on. Most of them will have bids on, so you'll be able to find several on each page. And once you do come across a player with a bid on, add them to your watch list and then go and use a site such as Footbin to type that player's name in and compare the price. If the player that you're looking at currently has a bid of 15,000 coins, but once you look for the price on Footbin and it says their lowest buy now is 20k, you've got a lot of room to make profit, especially after the 5% EA tax. You can place a bid at 15 to 50 in hopes to get that player, and if they do expire and you win the deal, you can list them for 20k, the same price as their lowest, and the likelihood of them selling within the first hour is pretty high.
Hi, I'm Jack Grealish, the guy with the best hair.
You will do this with every single player that you come across. If they have a bid on, add them to the watch list, place a bid. If there's room to make profit, move on to the next player. And just keep this going for as long as you want to trade for. And I promise you, you will be able to get some insane deals. The second method that I'm using is fairly similar to the 1-2-3 method, except now we're starting to target special cards. I said within that previous method that whenever I do go for any type of rare gold card, there always seems to be a bit more competition. It's so much harder for me to win those deals. That's why I normally go for special cards. But if the 1, 2, 3 method really isn't something that you want to do, you can just go and look at any type of gold team of the week, silver team of the week, icons, pretty much any other type of special card within the game, and just target them. I would say I don't recommend going for team of the season players just yet because there is way too much attention around them. I have tried trading with team of the seasons and it's the exact same as when I do go and trade with rare golds. It's impossible for me to win them. I always get outbidded and the final price of the player always ends up being way more than my maximum to make profit. If I bought them, I would be losing coins. But do just give it a few extra weeks and eventually these team of the season players, the attention will start to die down a bit and you will be able to use these as part of the special card trading method. For this, I normally try to be more specific with my search. I will either go on to Footbin or FootWiz to find the most recent team of the week, look at the team of the week players and just type in the player's name on my console. I will go through to check the lowest buy now, then see if I can actually find any that I can get on a bid a lot cheaper. Normally with gold team of the weeks, if they're listed anywhere between 12,000 to 20,000, there tends to be quite a lot on the market and you should be able to win them with ease on a bid a lot lower where you're able to make profit. I will add as many of them to my watch list that is below my maximum bid amount, wait for them to get down to the last 30 seconds and I'll place a bid. If I manage to win them, I'll just list them back onto the transfer market, whatever the lowest buy now is. Whilst trading with these team of the weeks, because I also do like investing every single Wednesday, what I'll tend to do is also add one of them to my club. This just counts as an investment. I've been able to get slightly cheaper compared to the lowest buy now, and I'll just store them into my club for a couple weeks, potentially even a couple months. But this is where it starts to link in with investing. That does take quite a bit of time. The other thing that I do, and this is more for icons, is that I would just go and set the quality to be icons on a transfer market and I'll just go across each one. With this, you don't need a site such as Footbin to tell you the player's prices because with icons, there's a limited number of each player. There's only a couple pages worth. So once you do stumble across a player which you think is going to be a good deal, all you need to do is compare that player's price, go across, compare the lowest buy now, and if the lowest one listed is 200,000 coins and a current bid for an icon is 150k, you know that there is room to make profit. So work out the 5% EA tax with that 200k player as the cheapest and then take away how much profit you would like to make on that player. This is then your maximum bid price when going through icons. You will not win every single player that you bid on. You're probably going to be winning 4, maybe 5 out of 10 if you're lucky. But with the players that you do win, you won't just be making 2 or 3k like you are with the team of the weeks. You should be able to make 10k plus in profit. And then the final method that I'm using is of course bulk bidding. We end up using this most of the time throughout the year, but with team of the season, I tend to look at players that are more expensive. 99% of the videos that we've done on bulk bidding throughout FIFA 22 have been about finding players around 1,000 to about 1,300 coins and try and win them for around 800 to 1,000 coins dependent on that buy now. You're only making a couple hundred coins profit after the 5% EA tax. But the good thing is that you're able to get 30 to 40 of these players within 10 to 15 minutes. Now with team of the season, it's similar, but there is a slight difference. You can now look for players listed anywhere between 1,500 all the way up to 2,000 coins once a new team has been released. This is Friday at 6 PM. A new team of the season has just been released into packs. The hype is at an all-time high for the week, and there's loads of people open those packs in hopes to get a team of the season player. Once you're trading at this point, you can actually find some of these players listed at 1,500 to 2,000 coins as their lowest buy now, and you can bid at their minimum. Anything less than 1,000 coins and you have a high chance of being able to win that player on a bid. And these will expire not in 10 to 15 minutes, but in around about 5 minutes. The second that you win these players, you can instantly list them onto the transfer market at that lowest price and they will sell. You need to carry on bidding. The goal is to win as many as possible and you will win a lot. In fact, you'll be able to win these players on a bid a lot quicker compared to you selling these players. So eventually you will fill your transfer list, and it does mean that you have to resort to storing them within your unassigned, and that's perfectly fine. Because the way that I've been working with this method is every single Friday I would do this. I would bid on as many players as possible, and once they expire, I would go out again and bid on the exact same players. They will all expire within just a matter of minutes, with me getting anywhere between 40 to potentially even 50 sometimes within my watch list. I managed to win every single deal without being outbidded. I will then send them over to my transfer list and then start to stockpile them within my unassigned. It is impossible for me to sell all of these players Friday night because there is a limited amount that you can send to your transfer list. But once those players sell, I have my unassigned where there's hundreds of players, and I'll just keep on moving them across. This isn't something that will just take a day or two. No, I wouldn't then have to spend the following week constantly selling these players. And that means that I don't need to waste time going through other types of trading methods. I'll just go to my unassigned, list the players that I have available, send them onto the transfer list, go away, play a few games. I might not even play FIFA. I might just do something within my actual life, come back to FIFA an hour later, clear the ones that have sold, and then go and list other players that are still part of my unassigned. Eventually throughout the week, that number is continuously going down, but my profit is continuously going up, and it's at no extra effort, because we were able to win all of these players on Friday when there was the most hype for the team of the season, and we were out there trading, getting as many players as possible. Anyway guys, here are the 3 trading methods that I'm currently using whilst going through team of the season. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.